Today is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024. We are on Sandwich Notch Road, the Algonquin trailhead. There's parking for 4 cars maybe here. We are heading up to Sandwich Dome today, or Sandwich Mountain. We're going to take Algonquin up, which I think is an optional terrifying 25. I think 2 left, so this will leave me with 1. And then we're going to come back down partway on Algonquin and take Black Mountain Pond Trail and then Guinea Pond Trail, the lower part of Guinea Pond Trail, which I've done before, but John has not. So these are all new trails for John, mostly new trails for me. There should be some fun scrambling and ledgy views. And Sandwich Dome is on 52 with a view. John and I did it and didn't get a view. I've done it again with someone else. We had nice views. So today we should be able to get good view at the top. So we have a bunch of 52 with the views. Not a bunch. We have several that we are planning to revisit because we didn't get the views. There should be quite a lot of water. Guinea Pond is definitely wet, and I think Black Mountain Pond is also quite a wet trail. And lots of mosquitoes at the trailhead. Let's see. What else? I can see in here blue bead lily, clintonia, just about ready to bloom. It's got buds. What else? I just saw a bunch of, there's some hobble bush, wild oats that were still blooming. All right, we're in the Sandwich Wilderness. We're about 1.5 miles in now. The first mile was really fast, flat, nice tread. Ooh, that was slippery right there. And the last half mile has been steady climb. But I think we're going to be flat here for maybe a half mile. Bunch of hermit thrushes singing to each other. And this, I don't know if you can see here, there's a remnant of a blaze, a yellow blaze. This trail has been well blazed. I thought it was inside the wilderness, so I'm a little surprised at how well blazed it is. Since there shouldn't be any blazes unless they were left over from a pre-wilderness days, but I love this area. Got the, I think that's called caribou lichen. No, reindeer lichen. All right. Some open slab. Nice. All right. Oh yeah, look at that blaze. It's nailed right onto the tree in metal. We are on a little viewpoint looking south now on Black Mountain. It's a bushwhack that I wasn't going to do, but we just ran into a fellow hiker that we've met a bunch of times. And he said, oh yeah, swing on up. It's a pretty easy herd path, which it was. This is the side of Sandwich Dome right there. Mount Israel out here. This little bump, oof, right there is, what do they call it? Hall? Mount Hall? Something like that. It's a little bushwhack on the 500 highs, even though it's tiny. We're going to get that after our hike if we feel inclined. It's crazy because it's so short, but I think it has to do with prominence, and that's why this isn't on it. Looking out, the Belknaps are over here. It's really hazy today. We had a couple passing sprinkles about a mile in. black flies are out now, and the mosquitoes are also out, and there's buzzing flies too. So John has on his head net, and he's applying some DEET right now. And this is heading up to the summit. I don't know if there's a register. You can see that it's pretty obvious where to go. It looks like a path. And yeah, what can I say? It's hot and humid and buggy. This is the summit cairn on Black Mountain. I hope. I should look at my map to verify. There's a little restricted view. All right. We're having a snack, first snack of the day, and we're going to head down to the trail, keep on going on Algonquin. We're on our first scramble now. I don't know if this is the Terrifying 25 portion. There's just one little section. So John's climbing up. There's very handy roots to hold. It wasn't difficult. I think I'm going to go up this route, grab like that tree, go through here, and then I don't know where the trail goes. I kind of think it goes up here, but I don't know if I can get up there. That's a big step. Okay, let's go figure it out. This is the first view out, looking back at Black Mountain where we just were on that bushwhack. And then I'm on our little rock. The view is on the right-hand side after that first scramble. Ooh, I cannot. I just looked down.
I know, it's a long way.
Oh, man. I was thinking, yeah, you could go step on that. No. So over here is Welch Dickey. Okay, and then behind us, well, we'll have other views. I can't see anything that way. Okay, we're going to keep moving.
Keep on.
But it is quite hazy.
It is.
My goodness. But it's not wildfire smoke. It sure feels like it though, huh?
Yes.
We're on the second viewpoint now, so this is looking down even further down at Black Mountain. Got Welch Dickey in the foreground, Moosilauke in the distance, and then the Kinsman's. Wow, it's really hazy. I don't know if it shows on the GoPro. Kinsman's in the distance here. This is Tecumseh, the Osceolas. In the foreground, it's all rocky right there. That is a sub-peak of Sandwich Mountain called Sachem Peak. And then behind there is the Hancocks and the very edge of Jennings, which is also a sub-peak of Sandwich up there. Looking pretty rocky, but it's hard to see from here. Okay, the bugs are still out. It's a little bit breezy right here, so they're helping me, but
Me too.
it's still not great. Okay, I think we should be getting, are you looking at a map?
Yep.
We should be pretty close to this junction, are we not?
Yeah. It's about
I think there's another view.
maybe 3 or 4 tenths of a mile.
Okay, I think there's one more viewpoint before we get to the junction, maybe. And then we're gonna keep going on Algonquin, and when we come back, we're gonna take that route down. There's a black fly. I missed him. Okay. Keep going. Oh, that breeze is good. I like it. Right after that second viewpoint, we got to a spot where there's a fork. If you go to the right, you can just go right along the edge here and up. It's a bypass for this. It was quite slick right here. I grabbed onto that tree branch to keep me, if I slipped, I wouldn't at least go careening down the side. So I think this must be the T25 portion, I think. In the White Mountain Guide, they mentioned that there's a bypass to it. And there's a view like at the top of this, I think. So if you take the bypass, the guide encourages you to backtrack a little bit to get the view. So we'll see if there really is a view. All right, I didn't find it that terrifying. That was a little tricky right at the bottom, but there's little places to wedge your feet. Okay, light is bad this way. So this is where that bypass comes out. It comes right up here. They have some brushing, like don't go there, but it's in the White Mountain Guide as a workaround. It's not on the map though. And in the book it says if you come out this way and you want the view, you have to go back. And you do have to go back. There is a view there. I felt the second of the three was the best view. So if you're gonna bypass it, you might not want to take the time to go back. But in any case, we stayed on the trail because we're here to do the official trail. So it wasn't too bad, I would say. And I'm pretty sure that that was the terrifying part of the trail, quote unquote. We're up on the third viewpoint. If you have the Far Out app, it's marked as a viewpoint. So there was another view very similar to this that I didn't shoot a video from. This has got a little bit clearer view down the notch at Kerrigan and the back of the Hancocks. And then the Osceolas, excuse me, Tecumseh, Welch Dickey. Oh, breeze. Black Mountain. And then over here, Jennings Peak and Sachem. Okay, it's too bad it's hazy. I wonder what our view of the presidentials is going to be like. It'll probably be so hazy you can barely see it. White-throated sparrow. This is the first viewpoint above the Black Mountain Pond Trail split. So you get a really nice view down into Black Mountain Pond, which is right there. This little pointy thing right in the center, close, is called Clark Mountain. All right, and this is Sandwich, obviously. Over here is Mount Israel. So that's probably Guinea Pond right there. I can't tell if it's that far up. This is Kia Pond, K-I-A-H. There's a couple more viewpoints on the way up, but I don't know if we'll stop at them. I guess we'll stop. I might not shoot video. This one was a little bit different, looking more towards the south. We're up at the summit now. I'm using my iPhone so I can zoom in to show you where the presidentials are because you can barely see them. That is Franconia Ridge in the distance. The Osceolas, the Twins, the Hancocks. That's probably the Bonds actually then, not the Twins. And this is Kerrigan in the center. And now, right smack dab in the center is Mount Washington. Look how hazy it is. You can barely see it. I see a couple little patches of snow. Coming around to the Tri-Pyramids. And I think, don't bite me, I think that's Chicorowa right there. It might be the, I can't tell. Passaconaway's there. I guess it's not Chicorowa. I don't know. In any case, we're up here. We're the only ones up here. We're gonna have lunch and then head back down the top part of Algonquin, pick up Black Mountain Pond Trail. So we are coming down Black Mountain Pond Trail now. There's some ledges up here and little climb downs. And we're gonna get to a view ledge shortly that has a view over to Black Mountain Pond, which is, oh, I can't see it now. I could just see it a second ago.
Right there.
Yeah, I can't see it. I just lost it. All right, we're gonna keep on descending. This is looking down, but it's been nice. It's cool. I like this trail. I really liked the top of Algonquin. It was really nice.
Me too.
We just came down a couple really fun scrambles. They were actually good to descend. Sometimes I'm worried about scrambles without ever seeing them to know if they're good to go up or down. And we've got this tree that's actually hugging another tree. That's pretty neat. And then this is the view. I haven't looked at it yet. Oh yeah. Oh, good. Blackflies have been really tenacious up there. So that's Black Mountain Pond. I wonder where the trail goes from here. I think I see a little ledge over here. I think maybe we're gonna.
This way.
Yeah, I think we're gonna walk over there. It looks like a cairn, but maybe not. I think you could get out onto this pretty easily through a little herd path if you wanted to. Okay. Next stop is the pond. This is Black Mountain Pond. There used to be a shelter here, I believe, and it's been removed. There are 2 tent pads at our official camping, which we haven't quite reached yet. We entered an FPA, and they show that there's tent pads. They don't want you camping within 200 feet of the shore, except on the tent pads. This is an actual side path that had rocks laid out on it and everything, so to come down and get a view. The wind is coming towards us, which is pretty nice, but the bugs are still pretty bad. That's the theme of the day. They're still getting me. All right, we're gonna keep going until we find the tent pads, which, looking along the shore, there's like a slab of rock right here. I expect them to be kind of down there, or maybe right there. Let's go find them. Okay, we came to a to a trail sign, which tells us that tent pads continue on straight and pond access is either way. We were just at the one to the left, and then 2 Guinea Pond Trail is this way, which is how we're gonna go, but we're gonna walk out to the tent pads. There are revegetation areas all through here, and they're pretty clearly marked, as you can see. So I don't know, I see a fire ring there. Or is that it right there where the fire ring is? I thought they would have a camping symbol. That one's a definite one, huh? The 2, okay.
One there.
Yeah, they said one was like for a 1-person tent. So that would be like that one. There's a little tent pad, and then a larger tent pad right there. A fire ring, place to sit. There's even some wood. It's not split, but I'm gonna walk down to see the pond access from that end, just because we're here.
Sounds good.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we will walk back to the trail intersection. It's not even a trail intersection. It's just the trail kind of turns away from the pond. We'll start down it, and then there's going to be a spur path on the right-hand side, not very far down, that should take us out to Mary Carey Falls. I don't know if there's a sign there, but I'll just keep my eyes open. It looks like either direction here. I see another revegetation spot. So coming down the bottom part, since my last video, when we were descending, there was still more scrambles down. It was pretty fun, but it was dry. If it had been wet, it probably would have been not as much fun. Yeah, revegetation area. That's okay. Oh yeah, they're taking me right out. And I've heard that people do swim in here. And no one said anything about leeches. I think they said it had a mucky bottom, but I think this is nicer access than the other end. It looks like it gets deeper faster. less buggy. There it is. Nice. Oh, it's very tempting to jump in, isn't it? It's hot down here.
Well, I don't have hard propellant.
This is where we came down, right up in here, where all this ledge is. What they're doing. We are almost down to the junction of Guinea Pond Trail, and this is one of the first Contonias, blue bead lilies that I've seen blooming. I saw a couple on our way up at the bottom of Algonquin this morning, and then this is the first lady slipper that I've seen blooming. I did see a bunch of buds, so they're coming. They'll be open imminently. It's starting. Okay, right after that water crossing, we hit a sign for the Sandwich Wilderness, and then we popped out right here. So that was the end of Black Mountain Pond Trail. And then this is Guinea Pond Trail heading to Guinea Pond, which is just up a little tiny ways. I've been out there once. And then up to Mount Israel that way, and out to Sandwich Notch Road on Guinea Pond Trail this way. So let's go see how busy the beavers have been. There's a high water bypass for when they flood it. And the only other time I did this section of trail, John wasn't with me, and we needed the bypass. Although we walked down a ways and then had to turn around because it was definitely flooded. Okay. And it looks like they rerouted away from there. I want you to turn up. I'll have to look at my route from last time. I think I went this way. It's been a few years. I don't remember. This is now along Guinea Pond Trail, and it's all beaver ponds now for quite a ways. We just saw a snake, a little garter snake, and the frogs are very happy here. There's a sign. I think it's the high water sign. Let's see. Oh, this is pretty right here. All right, let me see what the sign is. Oof. It looks a bit flooded. Oh, now they're not even telling you it's a bypass. They're just saying it's the trail. Interesting. There's a little cairn right at the edge there. This is totally different from last time I came up here, where I was going through like all of this overgrown.
So they show this on the map. They show both.
Yeah, this used to be marked as the high water bypass, but it didn't say that anymore on the sign. And how far does it go?
Not far. We go back into it.
Where?
Up there.
Do you have to climb that hill?
I assume so. I don't know. Maybe
I
not.
know. I don't remember it being that big.
It's not. You can see it on the map.
Yes, I understand
Well, I
that.
just can't tell based
I
on-
see an orange. There's an orange thing over there. Maybe we have to.
This is nice. They did this all for the trail.
Yeah, right. I'll take it. I was just telling John when the only place I ever got ticks in the White Mountains was on Guinea Pond Trail up near Guinea Pond. I don't relish the thought of having to go through that stuff, but I think we do have to at some point. People have been on the path recently, so that looks very wet in there.
Maybe we go to the high ground. Cut in.
I think so. I think it'll be marked.
Oh, look,
There's a glove, but I don't think that's
That's not how you mark the trail.
that's not how I mark the trail. It's awfully wet right there too. All
See, I
right.
see a footprint in there though.
No.
Actually, that could be the trail.
Is it? What does it say on your map?
Yeah.
I mean, I can get down there. It does look like the trail. Man, is it?
I can't tell what.
All right.
I mean, it definitely turns here.
Okay, then that's it. Okay, that definitely was the spot where you needed to turn off. You just have to be consulting your GPS, and I guess currently they have it marked with a glove on a stick. And it was a little bit wet, but it was pretty obviously a trail through there. Now what? Okay. And now we're turning onto the road again. So that is where we bypassed back there. But that was the trail. We're approaching the end of Guinea Pond Trail. Has a gate on it. As you can see, it's like a real road now. The power lines have had active work done. So it's like a huge road now. And where we turned before to go cut back down to the trail, that's how it's marked on Gaia, and that's how I went before when that was the high water route. So we went that way, and it was clearly still a trail. It was quite wet in a lot of places. And a little ways down, a side trail came in, and it was Guinea Pond Trail coming in. So apparently they've rerouted Guinea Pond Trail to go along the power lines longer than I thought they did. All right, now we just are road walking back to Algonquin. We are finishing up now. I'm a little under 13 miles. And I don't think we're gonna do our extra stuff we were gonna do. Except we did do that other bushwhack for Black Mountain that we weren't planning. So we're gonna pop back out that direction on Sandwich Notch Road. And I think we're gonna dip our feet and maybe even swim, although it's usually freezing, at the Mad River in Campton. Go home and call it a day. This is the Mad River. This is Upper Mad River Road. There's a pull-off picnic area and like herd paths down to the water. It's always very cold, even in the height of summer. This is actually the warmest I think I can remember it being.
Well, we were hot.
We were really hot. Yeah, but we've come in the height of summer and it's been so cold I couldn't get in. So I don't know. It's not very deep, but you can find a hole to sit in or like lay down in. I've actually seen people with inflatable tubes on this, which I don't understand. It's not that deep. It's a lot of rocks, but feels awesome.